Cristiano Ronaldo was not born magical. He was not relaxed. He was not effortless. He was hungry. And the hunger shapes the mind differently than talent. Some athletes play because they love the game. Some play because they are good at it. Cristiano played because losing felt unbearable. This is not a story about football. This is a story about obsession, the kind that forgets discipline and quietly destroys peace. Cristiano grew up in instability, financial pressure, crowded space, uncertainty. This matters because poverty does not just create motivation, it creates fear of returning. Fear sharpens focus. While other children played, Cristiano trained, not joyfully, urgently. His mind learned one rule early: if I stop, I fail. That rule never left him. Cristiano didn't have emotional room to relax. His environment taught him that comfort was temporary. So he became serious early, very early. This shaped his personality: intense, competitive, unforgiving, not just toward others, toward himself. Leaving home young did not just build strength, it created loneliness. Isolation hardens some people, it softens others. Cristiano hardened. Emotion became distraction, discipline became safety. This is when obsession started to replace balance. Cristiano was talented, but he didn't trust talent. Talent fades, talent gets injured, talent gets replaced. So he built something talent couldn't compete with: relentless work. Work that bordered on punishment, extra training, extra conditioning, extra sacrifice. Rest felt irresponsible. Recognition was not vanity, it was reassurance. Every trophy said, you escaped. Every award said, you are safe. Without recognition, the fear returned. So he chased validation aggressively, not to be loved, to be certain. Cristiano compares constantly, not casually, compulsively. Comparison sharpened him, but it also trapped him, because comparison never ends. There is always another rival. There is always another rival, another record, another treat. Peace becomes impossible. Cristiano treats his body like a machine, optimized, controlled, disciplined. This created longevity, but it also created distance. He doesn't listen to his body emotionally, he commands it, and a machine don't rest unless forced. Cristiano struggles with vulnerability. Emotion feels like weakness to him, so he avoids it. He performs confidence, projects dominance, rejects softness. This is not arrogance, it is armor. Success increased the pressure because now he has something to defend. Greatness creates a new fear. What if I decline? So obsession intensified. More work, more control, less margin. The world talks about rivals, names, clubs, comparisons. But Cristiano's real rival was never another player. It was the version of himself that might slow down. Every rival simply gave shape to an internal fear. If someone passes me, I disappear. This is why criticism affects him deeply, not because he doubts his ability, but because it threatens his identity. Cristiano does not separate performance from self. A bad game is not a bad day, it is a personal failure. A missed chance is not statistics, it's shame. This level of emotional fusion creates extreme consistency and extreme stress because there is no off switch. Cristiano's confidence is real, but it also rehearsed. He reinforces it daily through ritual, mirror work, affirmation, routine, not for arrogance, for survival. Confidence for him is something that must be maintained, not assumed. Extreme discipline isolates. Cristiano chooses paths, but choice does not erase cost. Friendship stings, spontaneity disappears, life narrows, the body improves, the emotional world shrinks. Criticism hits Cristiano harder than praise satisfies him, because criticism reactivates the original fear, going back to instability, back to uncertainty, back to being replaceable. So he reacts strongly, defensively, emotionally, not because he is weak, but because the wound is old. Success locked him into himself, cannot change pace, cannot experiment, cannot soften, because his identity is now public property. The machine must perform, even when tired, especially when tired. Age does something obsession hates. It introduces limits, recovery slows, injuries linger, speed fades. Cristiano does not accept this easily. Acceptance feels like surrender, so he trains harder, pushes further, fights time. Most athletes fear retirement. Cristiano fears relevance because without competition, without ranking, without measurement, who is he? This question terrifies him. Love grounds some people. For Cristiano, it coexists. He loves deeply, but obsession remains primary because obsession built everything he has. Letting it go feels dangerous. People say he is dramatic, but his reactions are not honest. People say he is dramatic, but his reactions are honest. He feels intensely. He just never learned how to feel safely. So emotion comes out raw. Cristiano is still dominant, but the cost is rising. The machine works, but machines will down. For most people, aging is gradual. For obsessed minds, aging is betrayal. Cristiano does not experience aging as time passing. He experiences its losses of control. Every small decline feels amplified. Every missed chance feels symbolic. Because obsession is built on one promise. If I work hard enough, I can control outcomes. Aging breaks that promise, and when a belief system breaks, the reaction is not calm, it is resistance. As the body demands rest, Cristiano increases intensity. This looks irrational. Psychologically, it makes sense. Rest feels like permission for decline. Slowing down feels like giving up ground. So, he does the opposite. Trains more, demands more, controls more. But intensity cannot replace recovery. It only delays reality. Athletes give quietly. There is no ceremony for losing speed, no applause for losing sharpness. Cristiano carries this grief alone, publicly confident, privately aware. He knows the difference between peak and the present, and that awareness hurts. Retirement is not stopping work, it's losing structure. Cristiano's life is built on training, competition, measurement, comparison. Remove those and the emotional architecture collapses. This is why he avoids imagining the end. Ending straighten identity. The body always tells the truth the mind avoids. Fatigue, injury, recovery time. These are not weaknesses, they are messages. But obsession does not listen, it argues. Fans demand greatness forever. Media compares endlessly. Records are tracked obsessively. This external pressure reinforces internal fear. Cristiano is not alone in this cycle. He is supported by it. There is another kind of strength, not dominance, acceptance. But acceptance feels like loss to someone whose life was built on conquest. Letting go requires trust. Cristiano trusts effort, not surrender. There is no final trophy here, no perfect ending, only transition. And the transitions are hardest for people who live in extremes. When the crowd quiets, when the number stops, when the body refuses. Will Cristiano know how to exist without competition? Or will the machine keep running until it breaks? Cristiano Ronaldo became legendary by refusing limits, but limits are not enemies, they are teachers. And the final lesson is always the hardest one to learn.